Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. I am so glad to have you. My name is Kat and I am a flight attendant with a major US airline. So we're doing things a little bit in reverse today. I'm actually back from this trip instead of going on this trip. I wanted to give away one of my top secrets on how I stay nice and rested before I go work a trip like this, because I don't sleep well on the layovers. I don't know what it is, I just never have. I'm always up, down, up, down, up, down. So I try to get the best sleep possible before I go work one of these trips, and then after, once I get back. So to help me on my journey of sleep, I actually use Beam, who I do want to go ahead and thank for sponsoring today's video. Beam's Dream Powder has been the best thing I've ever done for my sleep, not to mention they have a massive cyber sale going on right now. So I'm gonna be having their original flavor. This is like the OG flavor, the cinnamon cocoa, and I love it, especially around this time of the year when we're in like the burr months, when it starts getting a little bit cooler and stuff. It just really tastes like a nice cup of cocoa before bed. It kind of feels like you're having like a nice like guilty treat, but like you have nothing to feel guilty about. And so all I do is I take my mug right here, and then you can either use 6 ounces of warm milk or hot water. So I'm just gonna fill this up with water and pop it in the microwave to warm it up. As a flight attendant, it can be really hard to get good quality sleep because of the constant changes in schedules and time zones, and sometimes it can be really hard to just wind down. But Beam has absolutely changed that for me. I've really gotten so much better good quality sleep since using it. And so now that the water is all warm, I just go ahead and take a scoop. So if you've been wanting better quality sleep, now is the time to do it because it is the lowest price ever. You can get up to 50% off site-wide with early exclusive access to Beam's cyber sale. So you're gonna wanna take advantage of this offer because right now it is only $42.50 and it's not gonna last long. And then just for a little pizzazz, just to make it feel a little bit more Christmassy, I like to add some of my zero sugar peppermint creamer, but you can definitely skip this step. There you go. You have like the most delicious drink that helps you not only fall asleep and stay asleep, but you also wake up without all of the grogginess. There's no added sugar in here, so it's only 15 calories. And it's also gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, keto-friendly, as well as non-GMO. And besides just this flavor, Beam also has the Dream Powder in other flavors, including a limited edition white chocolate peppermint flavor and a gingerbread holiday flavor coming soon. So if you want to get the best sleep of your life at the best discount, you can now shop early access to Beam's cyber sale, where you can use this link down below or scan the QR code and you will get 50% off site-wide. There is no code needed, so you are not going to want to miss out on this limited time offer. Once again, thank you to Beam for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get ready and go fly. Good morning, friends. So I have to make this very quick because the morning traffic sucks. I hate coming to the airport this early because it's just so bad. I had to take the toll road to get here, but today we are going to be working a senior flight. I've told you guys before, sometimes you just need a little storm to kind of get your foot in the door. Like, a lot of people don't like to fly during storms because you risk the chance of having to sit on the tarmac, being delayed, all that good stuff. That's not really that good, but sometimes you can get some good trips, and I got us a great trip. And so we are going from Dallas to Incheon. So we are going over to South Korea. I don't know what gate we're going out of. I probably should have looked this up. Oh, boom, just got a text. D25A, and I am gonna be position 6 on the 777-200, but I have not looked up if that's business class or main cabin. I thought it's main cabin, but something tells me it might be business class. I don't know. I'll look it up on the shuttle. But anyways, let's go ahead and get our stuff, get inside, get signed in, and all that jazz. Okay, I know I'm frizzy looking.
Frizzy.
It has been an incredibly long day, you guys. Let me show you the beautiful hotel room, and then you and I have some catching up to do on how today has gone. So immediately coming in, we have a big old mirror right here, and then the bathroom with a shower and a tub. And then we come on over. This part always confuses me because I'm never sure if it's supposed to be like this. Oh, I think it's both ways. Okay, interesting, because this part you can't grab. So we have a nice closet over here. And then on this side, there's the robe. And then coming on over, the office space with a TV. 2 beds, you guys know the rules. 1 to eat, 1 to sleep. It's the flight attendant favorite. Now let's play the game. Do we have a view? We'll just sneak in here and try to close it behind us so we can get all the lights out. Oh yeah, look at that. It is gorgeous, you guys. All right, so I guess it's finally time to get changed and wipe my face. Today did not go quite how I planned for it to go. Hold on, let's put everything away and let's just get to chatting. Also, this is gonna be a big old no from me. So let's just, there we go. Please excuse my hair and my crusty makeup. I got this trip most likely because of weather. So you have to just roll with the punches, because you know things might not always go according to plan. Boy, did they not. So basically, we ended up taking, I think, like a 40-minute delay, kind of due to weather, kind of waiting on passengers, also trying to get a route. There was so many storms though, so I know, like, after listening to the pilots, like them trying to route us around. I know the map looks all cute and direct, but usually like maps look more like that. So right now it's 7:11, there we go. It is 7:11, which is ironic because that's basically where dinner is coming from tonight. That puts us at 4:11 in the morning, which if you don't remember, I woke up at like 5 something in the morning. So almost 24 hours. It has been an incredibly long day. My original plan was I was looking up things to do in Incheon. When you go to Seoul, there is so much more to do, but unfortunately, we're not that close, and this is only a 24-hour layover, and you kind of have to split the layover between this part of the night and then tomorrow, because the pickup time is going to be 4:40 in the afternoon. So not early, but also it doesn't give us a huge stretch of time either to like go out to the city and explore. So then I got to thinking, my BOTOX, I don't know if you see it, my BOTOX has been expired for a little bit and I should have gone and refreshed it. And then I thought, I'm very loyal to my girl. Miss Ona right here in Southlake, Texas is absolutely amazing. She has done me no wrong. And this is nothing against her. She has done everything. So I've done BOTOX, I've done lip filler, and I've done chin filler, and she has done it all for me, and she just a beautiful work. With that being said though, it is known to be so much more affordable. Plus, I'm pretty sure that South Korea is #1 in the world for plastic surgery. So it's very, very common that a lot of flight attendants come here and they'll get Botox, fillers, facials, massages, like all types of stuff. So much stuff done here, as well as in South America. And that's just one of the many benefits of being a flight attendant, is you kind of can do like that. What is it called? Something tourism. My brain is fried because it has been a long day. The word will come and it'll be on the screen. How about that? So it's very common that flight attendants do that because we have the luxury of doing that. And I wanted to kind of put that luxury to use. And I was thinking about going to go get my Botox refreshed, as well as I've kind of been wanting to get just a little bit of smile line filler. They just usually put it like just a little bit right here, and that lessens these lines. But unfortunately, once we got into Incheon, not only did we come in late, but there was also an incredibly long line at customs with crew members. So they're already closed. I might try to see if I can go over there sometime tomorrow and see if they can squeeze me in. I don't have an appointment, so I don't know if that would work or not work. The other thing I plan to do today is I wanted to go to a place called Sushi OK, which is kind of like a conveyor belt sushi that one of the flight attendants was telling me about. And it looked really good. She said it's very affordable and it was kind of cute. And I was just like, oh, that's something fun. It's new that you and I can go do. But unfortunately, I am incredibly exhausted. So instead for tonight, dinner is coming from 7-Eleven. There's like a little convenience store that's attached to the hotel. All the flight attendants were like scrambling, just trying to get their dinner tonight. I was looking for an egg salad sandwich because it's iconic. It's so good here, but the guy said that they were no good anymore, so they didn't have any out. So this was as close as I could get. There were not a lot of options, I'll be honest. It says double egg. With our dinner of champions, we have sour cream and onion Pringles. But yeah, there wasn't a lot of options, so hopefully this is all right. It kind of looks like one of these has like tuna on it. I don't know if you guys can see that, but like this kind of looks like tuna. I think double egg means also like triple bread. Yeah, I think that's what's happening here. That's a lot of bread, but I don't think I can pick it off. There's also corn on here as well, and I'll just give y'all a peek in here. Interesting. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This isn't my favorite. Definitely not. Like, I would much prefer either a tuna salad sandwich or an egg salad sandwich, but beggars can't be choosers. It's funny because I feel like the Pringles in Japan, as well as in South Korea, like they're smaller and like more circular shaped than in the States. Like, I don't know if y'all saw this last video I did, but they look kind of similar as well. The flavor is good. It feels to me like a little bit stronger than in the States. It feels like a little bit thicker and crunchier. Very good. I kind of feel like Pringles in other countries is better than Pringles in the States. I'm kind of flexible with how tomorrow's gonna go. I'll probably do like a little bit more research on my phone and like come up with some ideas. It's freezing though. It is so incredibly cold. So definitely are gonna have to be bundled up as we explore tomorrow. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure what we're gonna do. So they have one of the super cool toilets like they had in Japan, but I don't speak Korean, so I'm not exactly sure what all the buttons mean. Also, I kind of love the fact that like both of the beds are already untucked, so I don't have to go and do it because I feel like I'm suffocating. I don't know if anybody can relate, but when the bed is like tucked in, I feel like I'm dying. I'm dying. There's also like this super cool like little keypad thing that I really like that they keep next to the bed. It's like a smart house thing, but it has like operation to all the lights, so I can just slowly click it and then just start turning the lights off. I'll probably jump on my phone and start looking up some stuff for us to do tomorrow, at least until I pass out, but I will see you guys bright and early with hopefully a plan.
I've said it many times, I know I would change my ways, I know for sure.
Good morning, you guys. I had the weirdest sleep ever. Around like 3:50 in the morning, I woke up to the shower going off and I was like, is that in my room? Is somebody in my room using the shower? And so I got out of bed and go walk into the bathroom, and sure enough, my shower is dripping as if somebody was using the shower. And I was like, what is going on? And so I kind of just checked the area. I mean, the hotel's not that big, but I don't know what happened. Anyways, I went back to sleep for just a couple hours. Now it's like 7:30 in the morning. I was just like looking up more things to do because I went to sleep pretty much as soon as my head hit the pillow last night. Okay, so I am using two different apps because Google Maps doesn't really work well here. So I use the LAYOVER app, and then I also found this one right here. This is the one that says like it's like the #1 map app. I don't know, they're both not that great for English speakers, to be quite honest, just because they aren't completely in English and like a lot of stuff is hard to translate, and also it doesn't do the best job of like locating places, which is another reason that I'm a little bit like, normally the adventurous side of me would just get on the station and go out to Seoul, but the part that like can't use a map, like y'all, I probably couldn't even find that toilet without a GPS.
I'm lost.
Like that's how bad directionally I am. I was kind of going back and forth on those as well as just good old Google, trying to look at things to do. One of those maps tells me that the JK plastic surgery place, that they open at 9 o'clock. So I was thinking maybe running in first thing in the morning and seeing if they can squeeze me in. I don't know that I want to do any treatments like later in the day just because I don't want to do anything too close to flying, especially like with Botox. You have to stay upright and can't be like looking down like how you do this on your phone. You can't do that for like the first 4 hours. But I was kind of thinking about getting some coffee. I'm not like super hungry right now, so I might just go down to the 7-Eleven and grab some coffee and then just kind of clean myself up a little bit. Ooh, that sun is shining, but I'm back with the goods. I got this thing of ice, and then I just did a black coffee, so it's only 10 calories. And I also know that probably somebody's gonna be typing already in the comment section when I said I was getting coffee. There is like a general idea that you aren't supposed to drink caffeine like 24 hours before or 24 hours after Botox because you can increase the swelling. But do you honestly think that I am going to work probably, what is it, like a 13.5-hour flight? It was like 15.5 hours coming over. So like a 13.5-hour flight with no caffeine? Me? No. Come what may, but I also grabbed a light milk. They had like a few different flavored milks, like strawberry. I think I saw like melon. I kind of feel like banana milk or strawberry milk actually would have been really good in this, to be honest. This kind of has like a banana flavor a little bit, or maybe I'm just making that up. It kind of has a banana flavor. Maybe I'm imagining things. I think this is banana light milk. I'm not even joking. If somebody can read Korean, is this banana light milk? That's funny. It's actually really, really good. So I just ran through my hair really quick. Also, I scratched my face and I don't know how I did this. I don't know if I did that like when I was sleeping. I did it the day before yesterday. But anyways, I'm about to brush my teeth and I want to show you guys like the best hacks. So whenever I buy rings or something on Amazon, sometimes they'll come in like these little bitty pouches, which yeah, this is great to keep your jewelry in. But I have found that the best thing to keep in these is actually the little mini flossers. I just leave like a bunch of them in here, and then whenever I'm traveling I have like my mini floss. And then also, if you guys have never seen these, you need to find them at the grocery store. So it's like a little mouthwash thing and it comes with its own cap. It doesn't really stay on the cap very well, but regardless, all you have to do is just add 1 or 2 drops and then a little bit of water. And this is just like a concentration, and there you have like a travel mouthwash. Also, you guys, one more little dental hygiene thing, because I didn't learn this until like my grown age, that you are actually supposed to floss your teeth first, then do mouthwash, and then brush your teeth. I don't know if that's news to anybody else, because I had always thought it was brush first, floss next, and then do mouthwash to finish it off, but that's not true, because they said essentially it's kind of like mopping your floors without first sweeping. So yeah, if you didn't know, I didn't know, and now welcome to the club. Okay, so I know for you guys, no time has passed, but an hour has gone by because I double checked on Google as well as one of the map apps, and it looks like it didn't open at 9. So I don't know why I saw that yesterday. It said it opened at 10. So I looked at like tons of other things to do. Also, they open at 10. So I guess 10 is kind of the consensus of when everything opens. So I just kind of waited in the hotel and I was getting a little bit of work done. I was trying to put a short together. Also broke a nail, and then I went to just go fix it and glue it back on. But then I forgot that whenever I was in Michigan for my aunt's funeral, I gave my cousin's kids my nail glue, and I went and got them like nails while we had a little bit of time. So now I don't have nail glue with me, and I forgot to repack some.
Come on, 1, 2. Hey, stop, 참 무책임해. 왜 자꾸 들었다 놨다 해. 헷갈리게. 친절은 사양할게. 오해하게 하지 말아요.
All right, so I am just now leaving. It might be a little bit noisy because I'm like by a major highway, so all the cars are passing by. But y'all, that was amazing. That was so relaxing. So I look a little bit funny with the Band-Aids. They also give you a paper for your post-care instructions after treatment. But I'll go through more of what the experience was like whenever we get back to the hotel and it's a little bit quieter. So my plan is I want to go run over to Olive Young, the skincare place. And then I also need to find food somewhere.
무의미한 말에 자꾸 내 맘이 설레요.
Hello you guys, so sorry to jump in right in the middle, but I was actually speaking to you guys when I was walking outside, but the audio sounds terrible. So I kind of wanted to give you a little bit of a backstory about what was going on. So after I went over to Olive Young and got some skincare stuff, I was going over to the Hangover soup spot, but then I did not realize that they don't take Apple Pay. And I had noticed whenever I was in JK that for some reason I didn't have my wallet with me. Like I didn't bring the card thing and I only had Apple Pay, so I had to leave. So then I decided to go over to the sushi spot that one of the flight attendants was talking about.
다가와줘 날 바라봐줘 날 사랑해줘 너 하나뿐이야 다가와줘 날 바라봐줘 날 사랑한다고
Oh, you guys, it is freezing out there. Like my face hurts and it's like still halfway numb, yet it hurts. It was a little bit of a fail, our lunch plan, because like I said, I went to the Hangover soup place, but they didn't take Apple Pay. So then I was coming back to get my card, but it was so busy over there. I was like, well, let me just go ahead and go to the sushi place that the flight attendant was talking about. But neither Naver nor the other map app pulled it up. It couldn't locate it. So I used Google Maps and it said it knew where it was. But then once I got over to where it said it was, it's just like two storefronts that were both closed. And I was kind of comparing the pictures to that, and I don't think that the sushi place was those buildings. So then I was like kind of walking around. I was trying to read all the names on like the buildings and I still could not find it. And what was over there that I did know what it was Kyoshun. I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's the Korean fried chicken place, which I'm a little bit bummed because don't get me wrong, I love this place. It's so good, but I wanted to show you guys something else and like do something different with you guys, and it was just kind of an epic fail. But you know what? I'll cry into my fried chicken. I did get new flavors though. Normally I get the honey. They have like a honey series and I normally do that, but this time I did the half and half between a red flavor. It's called Red. It's supposedly like some kind of spicy flavor, and then the garlic soy, which is supposed to be their best flavor. It smells so good, like that garlic soy aroma. It just, oh, as soon as I got it, I was like, oh, so good. Then they always put a pickled radish in there, which this is one of my favorite like banchan sides. Like banchan is like side dishes. And then they always include a Pepsi. I don't drink full sugar soda, so I have a diet soda that I'm gonna have instead. But after I eat, I wanna quickly go run over to Lottie Mart, which is like the grocery store, because my niece told me she wanted a few things. So I'm gonna look for some of that for her, as well as just some other groceries and stuff. I still had these in my bag from Japan. Okay, so while I eat, please don't mind if I get food in my teeth. I'm kind of like an icon for that. I did want to talk about the plastic surgery place. Here are my before and after photos. So this photo is literally the photo that I took sitting in the lobby, and this is the photo that I just took while I was sitting waiting on my fried chicken. So you can see the difference. Now, the goal for me was not to get rid of my smile lines. It was just to soften them, because my makeup and stuff would sit in there, and just my facial bone structure, I'm prone to smile lines. Like when I put that old people filter on me, y'all, my smile lines.
Let's talk about how realistic this filter is.
And if I'm speaking a little bit weird, it's still numb, and also it's swollen, so it doesn't really settle in until about like the 2-week mark. And then the BOTOX, like the lighting's pretty good in here, I won't lie, but the BOTOX doesn't normally set for like 2 or 3 days, and you'll feel it. Like when your BOTOX starts setting in, you'll feel to where like you don't have like full movement in your face. I've been doing Botox now for 5 years, and I just kind of do like a preventative amount, but that has overall meant that like within the 5 years, my lines don't settle. And not even that, but it kind of trains your face to speak in certain ways that don't move those parts of your face, which yes, in turn, can end up making wrinkles in other spots. So just know that. But I also tend to take a break between my Botoxes. Like sometimes I'll go like once every 6 or 7 months. It just kind of depends on how I'm feeling. I think this one is the garlic soy. I wish y'all could smell this. That's good. That's good. I had to walk all the way back and it was in the bag, so it's not as crunchy as if I just ate it there, but really good. I have to do a pickled radish bite and then I'll tell you guys like my experience there. Oh my God. I really wanted to grow my own Korean radish just to make this. That's how good it is. But anyways, this is the place, and I'll also put it down below in the description box, so if anybody wants to go, this is their information. As soon as I got to the building, so I think the building is called like Oakwood, if I'm not mistaken, it's Oak something. I'm pretty sure it's Oakwood. You'll go to the elevators, and they were really nice. They kind of directed me towards the elevators, and then you'll take them up to the 7th floor. And as soon as I walked in, I was like, oh, it's beautiful. It's very clean, and everybody was so friendly. Like as soon as I walked in, everybody's like, I wish I could speak Korean. 안녕하세요. Oh, I don't know how to say it, but how they say hello.
안녕하세요.
It's so cute how they say it. And so everybody's so friendly. And I said, English? Does anybody speak English? And immediately they got this woman named Tina, who is the translator there. And as soon as I saw her, she was so nice. She is so kind. She's just very, very warm, and her English is great. Now, if you are gonna be doing like tax-free, bring your passport with you. I waited for just a minute, and then they brought me into the injector's office, and he spoke perfect English. His English was phenomenal. And so I told him exactly what I was looking for. They didn't try to upsell me anything, nothing. Like as soon as I told him, he was like, okay, this is what I'm thinking, and gave me a breakdown about like, he was like, I think we should do like 1 cc of filler here and 1 cc up here, and that'll soften the lines. Then they asked me where I wanted Botox, and I just said the usual places, which I normally get up here. I get in these, I know it's like called like something like 11's crow's feet. I don't know all the special names, but I get in my forehead. I get it right in the anger lines, and then right over here. Okay, sorry to jump in one more time, but this one is so important. And whenever I was walking, this was actually part of what I was saying, so I had to cut it out. But the price difference is insane. So normally for my Botox in the States, especially with inflation, in this past year, I've paid, I think, almost $500 just for my Botox. And a unit of filler, so 1 cc of filler in the States normally costs anywhere between $400 to $800. And so I was able to get my Botox plus 2 units of filler, all for $637. So it actually rang out to, I think, $680 USD. I just took the tax-free form that they gave me to the airport, and it's super, super, super easy to do. There's like a big counter, you can't miss it, with like multiple lines. And I walked straight up, just handed them the paper, and then they gave me $41 back in cash. So $639 was the absolute total that I ended up paying for, which is insane because that's barely more expensive than my Botox on its own. And that's pretty much like the cost, if even, of 1 cc of filler. And also, just so you're here, you can see the swelling is minimal at this point. Now you can definitely see, like, I still have a smile line. The point was never to completely get rid of the smile lines because it is natural. I just wanted to minimize them, so when I wear makeup, especially because I have to wear makeup for my job for very long stretches of time, when I wear makeup, I didn't like that it settled in there. I just wanted to soften it up, so here you go. They come and they lay you down on this bed, and the bed is heated, so it's nice and warm. And they basically kind of give you like a facial, but it was like to clean your face before they do any injections. I was not the only person in there, so I was also trying to be a little bit respectful as far as like the filming went, which that part was like completely different than anything I've done in the States. Like normally in the States, they'll like wipe your face down and stuff, but like they don't do like a full facial. They don't lay you down. So that was different, but also I felt like really special. Okay, this is the red, so this is the spicy one. It's like a light to medium spice for Korean spice levels, because that's the thing is when you're in Korea, when they say spicy, expect spice. Even sometimes when it's not spicy, expect spice. They just have like a typically more spicy cuisine. They numbed my face, like everywhere they were injecting, which this I'm not used to because like normally when I get fillers, like they numb the area, they'll put the numbing cream on for a little bit. But like when I've had Botox, I've never been numbed for that. But who am I to say? I was like, okay, sure. They basically like wipe down the face and then put like numbing cream and then they put like a little wrap on there. And then they were like, okay, you'll wait here for about 30 minutes. And so then you're just relaxing on the heated bed with the blanket and the spa music playing and it's all lovely and stuff. And then afterwards they came and got me and then that's when they took me into the injecting room. Once I went in there, they have like a bed again that you'll like lay down, which this is completely different from the States, at least in my experience, because I've always been upright when they do injections, or I've been on like one of the seats where it kind of like leans back a little bit, but I've never been like fully laid down. The doctor came in and it's the same doctor that I had the consultation with, but they put like iodine first, I believe, and then they did like lidocaine right there to kind of like numb it up. Now where I have these bandages, if y'all can see them right up here, that was the injection site. So they inject here, but to go right in this area in that little triangle, I forgot what it's called. So they're not actually injecting the nasolabial fold. They're injecting this little triangle by like the sides of your nose, completely painless. Like you feel movement, but there's no pain. And then afterwards, he showed me the aftercare. Now this is also different because in my experience, I've heard that you shouldn't really massage the area when you get filler, but he basically said, don't massage the area, but you're massaging the outside. The Band-Aids have to stay on for a full day. So this is gonna be funny working a flight with no makeup. It's been a long time since I've done that. And I'm gonna have like bandages on my face, but they're kind of blended in. They're a little bit subtle, I feel like. But anyways, because I ate, I don't wanna touch my face. But right in like outside the borders, you'll just kind of put your finger and then kind of like roll it. So it would be like this. So you just roll it to make sure the filler's not going out, because he said naturally when you eat and you talk and whatever and you smile, that filler might want to move. So you don't want to massage where they did it. You just want to massage the outside just to make sure within the first week it's not migrating. So he said massage it like 4 times, like 5 minutes. But commonly I've heard like you don't massage the area. So I did think that was a little bit different. And then they did the Botox, which is just typical. I don't know really much of the difference between the numbing stuff and not having it. It felt pretty much the same in my opinion. And then after that, they brought me back into the little spa room and they laid me down again, and then they put some kind of cream on my face. I don't know what it was. I think it's just kind of cleaning up the face and some kind of cream. And then I went back out and that's when they gave me the aftercare instructions. So they have instructions made for each thing that you happen to get. Tina gave me her card, who is the translator. She said to email this email to book an appointment in the future because it's really, really hard when you don't have an appointment to kind of squeeze you in. So I'll just share that in case anybody else wants to book an appointment if you know that you're coming out here. My opinion of my results, my experience, everything, 10 out of 10. There's not one thing that I would change, honestly. I thought the entire experience was nice. I thought it was clean. I thought it was beautiful. I thought everybody was informative, very, very friendly. Like I had a great experience there. I think the results are really, really natural and really subtle and really nice. Sorry, I meant to kind of like chat and eat at the same time with you guys, but I'm not very good at it because I'm always worried that I'm gonna have food in my teeth and then I could just get to talking and I forget. And also, I hate the sound of chewing. Anyways, I'm gonna finish this, then put the rest in the fridge, but then we'll go run over to Lottie Mart.
감정이란 그런 거예요. 기적 같은 일이 생겨가요. 나 간절히
Alright, so we are back in the room and I got a ton of stuff. Some stuff for me, but mostly a lot of it is for other people. So once again, because Christmas is around the corner, if you're a family, here is your new timestamp. Otherwise, you might ruin Christmas for yourself, depending on who you are. Allie also wanted skincare, but she told me after I had already been to Olive Young. So I tried to check Lottie Mart, but I didn't find what she was looking for. So I might give her some of the stuff that I got. But I got this spicy rosé tteokbokki for Chip because he's been really liking Pringles. It's kind of got me on my own kick here. I still have like half of these, but this one didn't have a top like this, so I couldn't reseal it. For my niece and my nephew, and they look like they're gonna be just little gummy candies. I got some of these. There was like 4 different kinds of them. Where's the other one? And these are konjac jelly. And this one is peach, and they're all 0 calories. And then I got orange, and then I got apple, and lastly, I got green grape. And then I also got some packs of coffee as well. Also, I don't know if I showed you guys a skincare. I don't think I did, so I'll share that with you guys next. Now, in this big old bag, this is heavy. So I got some Pkwy sticks and like a little cute little gift thing. And then there's like 3 different flavors, and those will be a gift. And then I also got these big buns. I think this is purple sweet potato, and I believe this to be honey. But then I also got these, and these are also massive, and they look like little Danishes. And then I got these, and I'm gonna tell Chip to take these to the tattoo shop so they can all have them. And it's some kind of pastry. So they have like pastries out, but there's also like a baker back there that makes fresh pastries, and this is from the bakery. My niece asked me to get her some black bean noodles. When I kept trying to Google Translate, it kept saying jaw spaghetti. So I'm kind of assuming this is gonna be like the black bean noodles, but I also picked up a pack of these of the light flavor. And then my niece also wanted to try these. I'll probably give her one and then my other niece one because I got like the same flavor. I couldn't really tell. I was just going based off the package. For skincare, this was the moisturizer I got last time for Chip, and I loved it so much more than mine. It is so like glistening, and it's just, it kind of feels like it's like more of like a water base and not so much as like a thick cream. And I love how it sat under my makeup. So I picked up 4 of these just because I don't know when I'll be back again. So then he'll get 2 and I'll get 2. And then I grabbed this from the same brand, and they have testers out at Olive Young. So I tested this on the back of my hand, and it kind of has like the same like silky glide as this one does. And so it just looks like this. I don't know if this is also in the pack because this is the cream that I don't love. This was the one that I have last time, which is, it's okay. This one I think is a 3-pack because this one says 50 plus 50 plus 15 milliliter, and it is black snail cream. And I picked up this because one of the flight attendants brought it onto the plane in like this little travel size, and she said she loves to use it on her under eyes. So I'll take one, and then the other one I'll probably either give to Chip or Allie, and I'll give Allie some of my skincare stuff too since I wasn't able to pick up actually what she wanted. Right now it's $3.20, and the shuttle time is gonna be at 4:40 downstairs. So I'm probably gonna charge my phone, just relax for a little bit, and then here in like, I don't know, 20-30 minutes, start packing everything up and getting ready.
All my thoughts are running around inside my head. Emotions keep coming, they're keeping me from thinking straight. Thought it would be different when I got my things in place. Stuck in this commotion, how come I ain't past this yet? I wanted me to be somebody else, another me that doesn't need your help. But if I'm honest, I don't think we got it. I try to change the things you never liked, try to make this better, make this right, but we're the same, even though I change.